88.5 Sun FM.
It's a lovely good afternoon to you and welcome to your business snapshot today, Wednesday, the 18th day in the month of June 2025. And well, it's a good time for you to get a glimpse of what is happening as far as your business is concerned, and also take a look at how the kwacha is faring on the forex board this afternoon. Now, one United States dollar is buying at 24 kwacha 5 ingwe rather, selling at 24 kwacha 45 ingwe. The British pound is buying at 32 kwacha 92 ingwe, selling at 33 kwacha. And the euro is buying at 28 kwacha 8 ingwe, selling at 28 kwacha 14 ingwe. The one South African rand is buying at 1 kwacha 36 ingwe, selling at 1 kwacha 36 ingwe. It's how these numbers have dramatically shifted, and it's giving me a little bit of a startle as I get to read them even now. If you look at how the kwacha is trading, let me just take a look at it one more time, and just to make sure that I'm giving the correct figures. It's 24 kwacha 5 ingwe buying and selling 24 kwacha 45 ingwe. That is how it's looking like today. Lukansha, how are you? I didn't greet you. And to everybody who's listening to us and watching us from wherever you are, welcome to your business snapshot. Quickly, we take a look at some of the stories that are making headlines on our business desk.
All right, we see how an economist, Noah Kawita, says the oversubscription of last week's treasury bills is an indication of the confidence that lenders have in government's ability to liquidate its debt in the short term. Now, according to the Bank of Zambia's results for treasury bill tender number 12 of 2025 held on Thursday, total bids received amount of 2,610 in the face value against 2,362 in at cost. Now, in an interview, Mr. Kawita said banks are heavily participating in treasury bills auctions as they have proved to be a safe environment. This is an indication of interest and confidence that many lenders are having in the lending to government in short term, because you need to compare with some long term, and well, they're seeing that there is confidence from the lenders.
More stories. I'm having trouble with my internet here.
All right, now we're seeing how we're shifting all of the relationships with or from Africa. Now, the United States ambassador to Zambia, Michael Gonzalez, says U.S. is shifting its relationship with Africa from one based on aid to one focused on trade. Gonzalez says global competition for investment capital is fierce and investors are searching for an African country that are competitive for business. He has emphasized that countries are competitive for business when government bureaucracy is actually streamlined and there is accountability and transparency. Speaking during the signing ceremony of a joint venture between Metalex Commodities and Terra Metals on Tuesday, Gonzalez emphasized that trade and investment will now form the cornerstone of U.S. engagement in Africa. So, as they prepared for delivery, the U.S. government commercial diplomacy strategy is for Africa as they are called on for commercial ties to become the core.
And well, in still some local news, where we take a look at what Trade Kings is really doing as far as this winter is concerned. Our Trade Kings Foundation has launched the 2025 Winter Drive campaign and has also donated blankets to the Matero Aftercare, which is fostered to provide blankets to vulnerable people in the community. Quite a great gesture. A lot of people, especially now, that it's very cold out there, and we'll find out how, or rather we'll find how people who are less privileged get to sleep with a very worn out blanket, hence putting themselves on the risk of getting pneumonia or these other cold related diseases. Well, on the international scene, what do we have?
All right, now, if you're a lover of chocolate, some bad news for you, because it looks like the market is dwindling.
Haven't we had enough?
Some people
haven't we had enough chocolate from the time you were born?
All right, now chocolate prices soar as UK inflation stays at highest for more than a year. Now chocolate prices in the UK rose from the fastest pace on record, and as May overall cost of food continued to climb, official figures suggest. Now the main rate of inflation remained at 3.4% in the year of May, and the highest for more than a year. However, food prices grew for the third month in a row as some economists speculate speculated that businesses were passing on recent increases in employer national insurance payments to customers. The rise, along with the higher minimum wage, came into effect in April after Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced that increases in last October's budget aimed at raising 25 billion euros. Now, food prices have risen for 3 months in a row and 4.4% in May, in the highest since February last year. Ruth Gregory, Deputy Chief Economist at Capital Economics, suggested that the increase perhaps provides a tentative suggestion and a sign that firms are passing on more of April's rise in the national food supply and the national budget. So if you are looking for or just trying to see what chocolate will get you, not this time. Now, the officers said that rising food inflation was particularly and partially offset by cheaper travel prices in May. The Office of the National Statistics says that the cost of plane tickets fell compared with a large rise in the year as the timing of Easter and school holidays affecting pricing. The overall pace of prices in May was the same as in April following a revision of the office in the statistics. That means that inflation remains at its highest for more than a year, and right now inflation is above the Bank of England's target rate of 2%, but it is not expected to cut rates or interest rates when it meets Thursday.
I want to talk about chocolate a little bit, and seeing how this is
enough is enough. Coco slogan for today.
Wherever you're getting that from, but if you look at how people get to eat chocolate, you'll not even realize it, that people get to eat chocolate that much. And we're seeing how the prices are actually soaring like that in the UK due to the inflation. And obviously this is a story that has been there for quite some time now with regards to the inflation of the UK, where it has been swinging up and down, you understand. And there we go, seeing it affecting this special commodity that romance sleeps on, or cooling nerves sleeps on. It's something that a lot of people would definitely feel, and you would definitely want to think twice if you're buying chocolate for your loved one, especially if you messed up over the weekend or you're trying to say sorry. That is our stories on Your Business Snapshot. Make sure that you get to check out a whole lot more as far as our staff. I get to throw in 1 or 2 on our socials, and that is Thomas Mwale. Well, from that, we'll definitely be with you in just a bit as far as your press review is concerned. Well, remember, today is a Wednesday and we're prioritizing women. So women, you get to gear yourself with all the stories that you've heard in the press. For now, it's a bit of good afternoon.
The Business Snapshot on 88.5 Sun FM.
Time is power. Our lives